Dear Society Hackers, today we present to you Lexys, making law computable.
Welcome to the second edition of Code in the Future. We're here in Berlin in the Alte Münze. This used to be a coin minting factory. I'm here with Henning Diedrich. Hi Henning.
Hi Alice.
Henning, you're the co-founder of Lexys and you basically developed a new language for lawyers and developers. How do the two things come together? Why do we need to have a common language for lawyers and developers?
So we have this new thing of blockchain smart contracts. And that is something where developers now can do something that actually moves money, that actually has consequences, and is something that's very hard to stop once it's set in motion. Very often what's happening right now is not really covered by advice from lawyers. So we are developing a language that makes it possible for lawyers and programmers to talk with each other in a more efficient way.
What exactly are smart contracts?
Where basically a contract that is designed like a program can now, using the blockchain, transfer real money.
Okay, and these contracts are developed by developers, not by lawyers. And what you want to do with your language is introduce lawyers to the field of smart contracts so that they can intervene or have a look on what's happening there.
Right, it's not like lawyers are not part of the picture now, but the communication between those two worlds is really hard.
Because they speak two different languages?
They speak two different languages, they use the same terms, it's even worse, they use the same words and they mean something completely different.
Okay, so let's do the next step. Show me what you came up with.
A lot of business that's actually happening right now on the blockchain is crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding,
yes.
Okay.
And so this is how this looks in the moment. It's basically something that is a very widespread language, JavaScript if you want, and Ethereum it's called Solidity. Specifically, this is a certain moment in the crowdfund when all the funds are collected and the payout could happen. And all this can be automated with blockchain smart contracts.
What exactly does it say for non-developers?
So, and this is exactly where Lexys comes in, where you can now write this like this, which is much closer to real English. Basically, this type of text is fed into the Lexys program, Lexys compiler behind the scene. And what comes out is, on the one hand, exactly what we have over there, smart contract code and is used for Ethereum. And on the other hand, what comes out is legal text, which is like plain English, plain German, but so that a lawyer and a judge can work with that. And this dual output that is created by the tools that we're actually creating, coming from this, is what allows to bridge this divide between lawyers and developers.
Okay, so taking the case that in the future lawyers and developers will communicate better, what are we, the users, going to see from that?
What can happen is that new markets can spring up that in the moment don't have a chance because you can just not afford to police them if something goes wrong. And that opens the door to something beyond that, which is machine-to-machine business, where you can have now business between your washer and your TV. This is the science fiction basically that will make it possible that all this can happen, and not only happen but also according to the letters of the law and the spirit of the law, which is otherwise a problem where big companies are not going to go, because they are not going to program anything or make devices intelligent that in the end could open them up for class lawsuits when something goes wrong.
If you like what we're doing, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and if you have some interesting stories for us or feedback, feel free to contact us. See you the next time.